things have taken a bad turn. We're heading down to the only vet in Scotland. What am I whispering in my ear for? What's up all you cool snakes neonates? How's it going? I hope you are all keeping well. So in this episode we're going to talk false water cobras. So we've got Tigger here, our male, and we've got Shelby, our female, a rare-fanged, mildly venomous colubrid from South America in Brazil. They're also known as the Brazilian smooth snake as well. Aren't you, my beautiful man? Yes, they're a very awesome species of snake. Very easygoing if given the right attention. These guys have been worked with since they were tiny, and as you can see, they're absolutely lovely, aren't you? Yes, you're a good boy. So they're fantastic animals to work with. They're fantastic animals to keep, which is why I thought, well, if we can produce more, we can get some more people these fantastic animals. I figured, we've got male and female. Why don't we throw them in together and see what happens? Spoiler alert, unfortunately, good things didn't happen. And I don't mean he got tangled up in my beard like he is right now. Ow, you silly boy. So we've got Tigger here and we've got Shelby. We popped them in together end of last year, I think it was, and they were doing wonderfully. He was doing everything he should. I only seen them lock once. He was interested a couple of the times we put him in. I'd put him in for a few days, take him out, feed them, put him in for a couple of days. I wasn't 100% sold that he had done the job though. So I kept an eye on them, made all the preparations, of course continued to do my homework, because we have never actually bred an egg-bearing snake here before, reptile-rich household. So this was a first time for Tigger, it was a first time for Shelby, and a first time for me as well. So made all the preparations and all that kind of stuff, and then lo and behold, one day I checked in and Shelby had bloated up with eggs. So I've come up to the animal room to this. Shelby is going to drop her eggs at any moment. Look at that scale spread. Now she's lost a lot of weight, you can see that in her top half. That's because she's put a lot of energy into making these eggs. She is massive, you can see it starts there. Look at the scale spread, you can see the skin between the scales. That is just full of eggs. Now I noticed her last night, she's exhibiting birthing behaviour. I'm a little bit worried it's taken so long, but look. See her squirming there, just working those eggs down, just pushing. There you go. And like I say, this is my first time. I've been doing some research, speaking to different breeders and things like that, but there are still questions that I did not get answered, or questions that I have now that I didn't think to ask before. Like, so how long this whole process of giving birth takes. She does have an egg box here, full of some damp, nice moss. Oh, but she's not been using it. You can see her here though. She is massive. Oh, don't you hiss at your dad. Don't you hiss at your dad. She's still got plenty of energy. So like I say, she's been at this since, what time is it now? I don't know, I can't see because I'm recording on my phone. But she's been at this since about 11 o'clock last night. I think it's about 2-3 o'clock the next day. So, yeah, she's been at this for a little while now. Assuming this is normal, she's got plenty of energy left in her. She's still doing stuff. Well, she's barely moved. But, you know, she's still got all that energy. She's still tongue flicking nice and quickly. She's still reacting to me. So I'm not worried about her quite yet. But good luck, pretty girl. Good luck, Shelby. Unfortunately, all the luck in the world didn't help. After being ill for about a week and bedridden, and then 40 days after Shelby's pre-lay shed. She'd only passed a couple of eggs that she'd clearly struggled with. They were squished and crushed and things like that. Was not fantastic, so it's time to intervene. So what I'm doing here is I'm feeling for the egg, sliding out of her. Put my finger up inside there to try and feel for that egg. Please do not try this at home. Always seek veterinary help for this kind of thing. It was getting to the point here where I had to intervene. I had no choice but to, because if these eggs rot inside of the snake, they will kill the snake, which is not what we want at all. So I'm feeling for the egg to see if I can feel the tip of the egg. I know it's safe for me to roll my thumb down her and for me to push the egg out and to help her eject this egg, so to speak, as you can see in this next shot. Right guys, so things have not taken a good turn. We were pretty successful for like the first 8 eggs. I managed to get 4 eggs out on the first day, 2 eggs out the second day, and then it was 1 egg out the next day, then another egg out the next day, then we got to this egg that we're on now, and it's been 3 days, there's been no egg, when she's already over 40 days past her pre-lay shed is a big no-no. So things have taken a bad turn. We're heading down to the only vet in Scotland really that I know of that is any good with reptiles, and that's an hour and a half's drive. I want to do it now, as well as the same point as I wanted to start getting the eggs out, because Shelby is still very alert. I already know she's struggling, she's way past her due date, so they need to come out. They're ready to come out. So I want to get her done now, before any massive problems can arise, before those eggs start to rot inside of her. She's very much awake, she's very much alert, the tongue flicks are good, the head movements are good, she's just normal. She's very thin, which is normal because the eggs have been zapping all of her energy. She's very thin, but apart from that, she is very well in herself, so the chances are, if we have to intervene now, if she has to go for an operation, she's going to have good odds, which is great. It's a funny rattling noise coming from my car. We'll ignore that because we're about to have a vet bill that we can't pay for. I've taken the decision, I think. I'm not going to try and breed anything again. I know we had the breeding pairs of the red-tailed boas, the Suriname red-tailed boas, the breeding pairs of the Dummerels boas, and of course the false water cobras. I don't think I'm going to breed them again, or any of the species. My aim is to inspire conservation and preservation. It's not really to breed animals. I had doubles of the species and unusual species, and I had this idea that I was going to get all these amazing unusual species into more homes and inspire more people, but it's not worth the risk. Shelby is in this situation because I've put her in this situation. If I hadn't put Tigger in with her, she'd be right as rain right now, smashing food and at schools, kids' parties, inspiring new generations. She's not. She's on her way to the vets. I know what I did wrong, or I've got an idea of what I did wrong through the whole process. I could probably make sure it doesn't happen again because it's a learning process, but I don't want to risk it going wrong again, and especially not for my other animals. So I think I may rehome the doubles, you know, the extra one of the doubles of what I have, and then concentrate on my goal, which is to open an exotic zoo with the purpose of inspiring and educating as to natural issues and all that kind of stuff. Breeding's never been my mission. And in all honesty, at times I don't 100% agree with keeping exotic animals as pets. I'm going to let you in on that right now. I think a lot of people are capable of it and give them fantastic lives, but there are also people that do not give the animals what they need. They're far too easy to get a hold of, and they suffer because of it. So I don't think that it's making more to go into homes that they shouldn't be going to. It's not what I want to do. So yeah, I'm probably going to curb the breeding, especially for now, while I want to get my zoo going. Because again, financially, the money that we'll be paying for these vet bills now should be going towards opening.
In half a mile, continue straight.
Okay, sat nav. She always says that at this bit, and there's absolutely no turn off here. But yeah, my money could be going towards the zoo, and it's now going towards an unnecessary vet bill that I have created. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be breeding. It's nothing about boohoo, poor me.
Continue straight.
It's nothing about, you know, oh, I failed. I'm used to that through my life. It's more because I don't want to risk putting the animals through any more stress than they have to go through on a daily basis. So yeah, right, I'm going to head to this vet's in Falkirk now. We're going to see how we get on with Shelby. We'll see what he can do. Hopefully it's going to be non-invasive, so it's not going to cost too much. If it's going to be invasive, we're going to be in for big bucks. Yeah, I'll give you an update, or I'll see you in a moment after we have been into the vet. Alright guys, so I'm halfway through editing this episode, and it's getting a bit much on the head there, scrolling through all this footage that I took in the car. So I'm going to split the episode up into two halves. We're going to have a part 1 and a part 2. So this is going to be part 1, and then there'll be an update in part 2, hopefully coming out pretty soon as well. It's pretty much all filmed. I've just got to edit all up, but I didn't want 20 minutes of me just chatting bubbles in the car kind of thing. A quick reminder, you guys can donate to us to help with these vets bills and with all this kind of stuff going on with the animals. There's always a one-off PayPal link in the description below. You can click on and you can just make a one-off donation. We do have a Patreon as well, but we don't have anyone on there, so I never really put any sort of effort into it. But yeah, the PayPal link, you can just drop down into the description, throw something our way. Anything that you guys can donate is always massively appreciated. So thank you very much for anyone that has and that will donate to us in the future. Now, I don't want to end this episode on a doom and gloom. While I was down there, in Falkirk, I went to visit my friend Will. And Will had a fresh litter born that morning. Talk about adding insult to injury. He had a fresh litter of IMG Motley Boas born. So let's take a look at these absolutely gorgeous babies here, and a few of his other animals that he's got in the house as well. Go on in. You've been exposed to a phone before, haven't you? Eh? Oh, nearly. Where are you going? How adorable were those babies? Gorgeous little things. They were coming up to you and everything, just looking for not looking for love, but they were just 7 hours old, and I was holding my hands out and they were wandering up onto my hands. Gorgeous. And of course the barn owl and the birds and all that kind of stuff. Gorgeous animals. There was more there. The Chahua gecko was our old Peaches, was our old gecko, so it's good to see her happy and thriving as well. Will's a wonderful keeper and amazing at looking after those geckos and things like that. He's great with their feeding and all that kind of stuff, so Will's done absolutely wonderful there. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. A bit of a different one this time, not a hugely positive one. I will give you guys updates on Shelby, the false water cobra, as and when, if she passes these eggs or if we have to head back to the vet. We'll see what happens in the next episode. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, don't forget to comment on the video, like the video. You could subscribe through my ugly mug over here. There'll be a playlist for you up there and a random video for you selected down there. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Take it easy. Peace.